Mark thought he had finally figured money out. After years of working late, saving when he could, and climbing the ladder at work, he finally got the promotion he wanted. For the first time in a long time, he felt like he was getting ahead. So he did what millions of people do when they finally feel successful. He rewarded himself. A new sofa for his apartment. Nothing crazy. Nothing he couldn't afford. The store offered him a credit card. Build your credit, they told him. Mark liked the idea. A higher credit score meant better opportunities. A better apartment. A better car. A better future. So he signed up. And at first, everything felt perfect. Every month, a statement arrived. Every month, Mark paid. The bank sent reminders thanking him for being a responsible customer. The app showed his payment history improving. Mark felt like he was winning. Then one month, he opened his statement. His balance was $2,000, a number that made him uncomfortable. Then he looked below. Minimum payment, $40. Mark relaxed. $40. That's nothing. He could handle that. And without realizing it, Mark had just met the most powerful number in the credit card industry. Because the system didn't need Mark to ignore his debt. It only needed him to accept it. The strange thing about the minimum payment is that it doesn't feel dangerous. A huge balance creates fear. A small payment creates comfort. The moment Mark saw $40, his brain stopped thinking, how do I get rid of this debt? And started thinking, can I afford this? That tiny shift changed everything. Because the question was never supposed to be, can Mark survive this payment? The question should have been, how long will this payment follow Mark? Years passed. The sofa that Mark bought was gone. The excitement of the promotion was gone. But the payments remained. Month after month. The thing he bought had disappeared. But the debt had stayed. And one day Mark looked at his records and realized something painful. He didn't spend years paying for a sofa. He spent years paying for the permission to have one. The bank never saw Mark as a bad customer. That was the problem. Mark was actually the perfect customer. Someone who paid enough to stay current, but not enough to leave. The system didn't want Mark to fail. A failed customer stops paying. The system wanted something else. A customer who stays. Because the minimum payment was never designed around Mark's freedom. It was designed around the bank's profit. Too high, and Mark feels the pain and leaves. Too low, and Mark might give up. But the perfect number? A payment small enough to feel harmless and large enough to keep the money flowing. Mark finally understood the game. The credit card statement wasn't just showing him what he owed. It was influencing what he thought was normal. The system had spent years studying human behavior. It knew people value comfort today more than freedom tomorrow. It knew a small sacrifice now feels better than a big reward later. But once Mark saw the design lost its power. He stopped asking, what's my minimum payment? And started asking, how quickly can I buy back my future? Because the goal was never to become better at managing debt. The goal was to stop letting debt manage him. The system was designed to keep people broke by design. But Mark finally saw the blueprint. And once you see the blueprint, you can choose a different path.